Good morning, brokers, Playbook community, audience, brokers, mortgage brokers, coast to coast. This is your boy Simeon Papailias, and I'm super excited this morning to be ripping a quick episode out. We're going to be looking at one of those shorts, about 30 minutes, where we're going to have Eric Skicky, CEO and founder of Cloud Realty here in the GTA. And really talking about some exceptional and exciting things that he's been working on from the technology side, the prop tech side, where he has developed, funded, and is bringing to market a product that's going to make a huge difference to both commercial brokers and residential brokers in more ways than one. Super excited for the call this morning. Eric, welcome to Brokers Playbook, my man. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Eric, you have developed a new technology. I want you to. I think we're the first media show that's kind of bringing some attention to our industry because our podcast is industry specific, meaning that Brokers Playbook is a show that brings value to our brothers and sisters in our business. So it's investor facing in some ways at this point. But investors are also going to be great benefactors of this platform via their agent, of course, their investment-focused agent. So without further ado, what I want to do is, if you can please take a moment to introduce yourself as to where you come from, how long you've been in the business, and I have quite a few questions from there.
Absolutely. So first of all, honored to be on your show. Thank you for having me. I know you have quite an audience and quite a following, and what you've done with the Brokers Playbook is pretty remarkable. So congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you, my man.
About myself. So originally, I started in the business about 10 years ago as a solo agent. Sort of grew up as a real estate team, got it to about 4 or 5 agents, and then started a company called Cloud Realty. So from there, we scaled up Cloud Realty to about 120 agents in 2 locations. And we grew it up from there. Yeah, thanks.
That's not a small accomplishment. Anybody growing a team or starting a brokerage knows to attract 120 agents, especially 120 agents who perform, is no easy task. They're not easy to manage, and it comes with a lot of challenges. So big kudos to that. But you're not done there.
Yeah, thank you. I own a lot of the success to the great people I surround myself with. Everything from my agents to my staff, my management team, they do a great job of running that place and kind of set that place sort of on autopilot, which allowed me to kind of focus on sort of the next venture, kind of what we're going to be talking about here, Broker Pocket. Basically, we're an online exclusive platform for listings. We allow listings that cannot be otherwise posted on MLS to be distributed around our exclusive agent-to-agent platform. And we started that for the agent community.
So I'm going to just stop you right there, because there's going to be a lot of agents in our industry that don't understand what you just said, meaning why would there be properties that are not allowed to be listed on the MLS?
Very good question. So especially for new realtors, this is a question that comes up. Why would you not want to list a property on MLS? Truth be told, you should be listing every possible property on MLS you could be listing. That services about 95% of properties belong, on Treb, Realtor.ca kind of thing. But there is 5 to 10% of the properties which, for either privacy reasons of the individual or privacy reasons of the property, cannot be posted online, right? So you think about cases like during COVID, for example, there's divorce cases. People don't want to see their for sale sign on the lawn with their neighbors seeing. Or there's, for example, high-end homes, celebrity homes, where people don't want necessarily the inside of the property posted online. And there's also a market where, for example, assignments, which is a big market in GTA. I know you focus heavily on assignments. You and your team have done some remarkable things around those. Builders don't necessarily want the assignments being advertised over the internet because it sort of compete against their existing inventory. So we're sort of filling a void where there is a market already for it, but sort of fragmented. It doesn't exist in one single spot.
Yeah, there is no platform existing. There are some social groups, and I'll just quickly speak to the assignments because it's a major problem. You were a very focused new construction agent, a pre-con agent, a platinum pre-con agent at that. myself as well. So when you sell 10, 20, 50, 100, 200 units a year inside your practice, year after year, within 2, 3, 4 years, the inventory starts coming to market. When your inventory and your clients are getting close to taking occupancy and or registration, and this is a very important lesson for new agents. When your clients are now gone through those 3, 4 years of construction and they get their letter of occupancy, but let's say life happened to them. What does that mean? They got a divorce, somebody passed, they lost their job, they're between jobs, they had 2 kids that they didn't think they would have, and they increased their monthly expenditures by $5,000 for Montessori and child's care and all the things that happen in life. Well, let me tell you something. In many, many cases, you're going to get a phone call from your client saying, Simeon, you remember that condo you sold me in 2017? I'm going to say, yes, I do. They're going to say, I can't close on it. I don't have the capacity. I spoke to my mortgage broker and I'm not going to be able to close. Panic is in their voice. What do I do? Well, I'm going to handle it for you is what I tell them. I take away their anxiety and I go to work. What that at work looks like today is cumbersome, inefficient, and fragmented. Meaning I'm going to go to Facebook to 2 or 3 groups that I trust that developers are not checking in on or have a closed audience of agents only. LinkedIn, the same thing. My own database, the same thing. But that does not give proper exposure to my client's unit versus the MLS where 30 million people can access if they want to see. So for the agents who don't understand where the market is for this, there's an entire underbelly, an entire market that has to be in secret to not cause a fine for my client, who, if they advertise on the MLS, are in contravention of their agreement. Why? Because, as Eric mentioned, the developer still may have 5-10% inventory. They priced it at $1,200 a foot. You bought it $800. The developer doesn't want to compete with you, who bought 4 years ago at a different price, so they don't allow you to. With that being said, this is where Broker's Pocket comes in. Broker Pocket allows us to be business to business, meaning agent to agent, without the fear of anybody coming in to see what's in there otherwise in a market that's closed, membership only, etc. Tell us a little bit about that process. How does one work with Broker Pocket, and what does it take to get in there?
Absolutely. I could have not said it any better than you have there. I'll say this much, like a lot of times as agents, we're stuck with this dilemma that we're told to sort of promote a property, find a buyer for it without advertising it, right? And it's a very difficult position to be in because, what do you really consider advertising? Is talking about the property to 10 people advertising? Is emailing 100 people advertising? Is emailing 100,000 people advertising? At which point is something advertising and at which point is not, right? So getting certain properties in front of relevant audiences is a pain point in our industry. And that's really what Broker Pocket tackles from a strategic point of view, and where those other mentioned social media groups like Facebook groups and stuff where they fall short is number one, there is no clear market leader. There's no one place to go to, and even if there was, there is no proper moderation, proper control around those things. Most of those groups are run by single agents. My team, we're up to 20 staff at the moment, full-time staff in office today. So and we're realizing we're still understaffed with 20 people. So to be able to run something like this, to be able to, allow the data to be a 100% accurate, to allow, not to allow bad actors, non-agents onto the platform, to allow, make sure that scams don't happen. There's a big process, a big sort of thing that happens behind the scenes. And to be honest, I underestimated the size of technical and the HR resources required to run such a thing. For anybody who wants to get on, check it out. It's very simple. You just go to brokerpocket.com and sign up right there. The process is really easy. Get on, signing a form. Takes probably less than 5 minutes to sign up. Do it all online. Any agent in Ontario right now is allowed to sign up as long as you have a RICO number. So RICO obviously is our licensing body that allows agents to trade in Ontario. So as long as you have a RICO license, you're allowed to join. It doesn't matter if you're from ABC Realty or what discriminate versus discount or high end. Everybody's sort of allowed in, and it's really simple to use, really straightforward. So I know a bunch of your agents already were on it. We're within the first 90 days, we've already crossed 1,200 agents and over 300 properties on the platform, right? So we're growing really fast. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but it's free, 100% free to join. There's no cost, there's no hidden fees, nothing like that. So sign up right away.
Amazing. Now, with that being said, what I want to do is I want to be able to just give just a screenshot of this to our audience, because we are live on Facebook and LinkedIn, not just listenership. I do want to just at least be able to bring it up on the screen. Give me one quick second and tell me, Eric, from an ease of use perspective, what do you see? Give me 1 second here. Stop screen. Let me just put this here. Share screen. Let me go here.
I'll talk a little bit about the platform itself.
Yes,
so
please.
The platform itself currently right now, what's cool about it, that it works on desktop and mobile without the need of an app. So you can literally just log in and sort of use it right away. I know this was also a pain point for some of the members and local boards, where you literally the desktop computer, it doesn't work on your phone, or you don't have an app. At the moment, we don't have an actual physical app for the software, or for the platform that we sort of run, simply because it works so well on mobile, and we are mobile first, so we are focusing on developing that. Our technical resources are sort of deployed at the moment, not to sort of make the app, but more on the side of enhancing the features and making sure it sort of works the way it's supposed to. In the near future, we will have an app for Apple and Android.
So that's amazing, because now we're talking about ease of use, access, and being able to hit the platform up on the go. As you know, all of us are on the road all the time, from client meeting back to the office, get paperwork done. Listing types, we're talking about assignments, coming soons, commercial, and exclusives. This is huge for the commercial real estate industry as well. I think your top hits are going to be the assignments and the commercial. And the reason for that is commercial, in a lot of cases, there's such a huge part of commercial that simply cannot be online. It cannot be, because a medical building that's for sale, if you were to put that online and patients see that it's for sale, they're going to come to their own outcomes, which means they're going to look for a new doctor. But that's not really what's happening. It could be the building for sale. It could be a portion of a practice. It could be a million different circumstances, where it just needs to be marketed to the agent community, not the public. So from
Correct.
a commercial and assignment standpoint, I see huge value, and I'm excited for it. Tell me a little bit about the coming soon, and a little bit about the exclusive segments. What do you see agents using the coming soon for, and to what capacity?
Absolutely. So the coming soon is a relatively new idea in the real estate community. I believe I've seen it sort of exist in some of the Facebook groups, where once a month agents get together and talk about the properties that are coming to the market. It's a way to sort of get ahead of the MLS, especially in a market like we live in today, where it's extremely competitive. There's 20, 30 offers on a property. It's not unheard of. Agents get frustrated, clients get frustrated, motivation's lost, and there's money left on the table, right? So if you can kind of get ahead of properties before they hit on MLS, you look like a superstar. You look like a superstar last listing agent selling the property. You look like a superstar that the agent bringing the buyer, right? So, and I really believe, we're adding good value service to the entire industry, and nobody's going to say, "Oh, my agent didn't do his job. Find your property before it hit the market," kind of thing, right? So when the interesting thing about that is, when you think about it, every property is a coming soon. Before a listing hits a market, it's a coming soon to market listing. No property, almost, I want to say no, exception maybe of some small loft condos or something, but rarely you walk into a home, you sign the listing agreement, and the professional photos are coming at 8 a.m. the next morning. It just doesn't happen that way in our industry. We both know it. Sellers always want to let me go paint that wall. Let me do this. Let me do that. And is usually, I would say, between the 2 to 3 weeks where I notice that legacy time where that listing is sort of idle and you're just kind of like, what do you do at that time? And you know the market's hot. Let's say right now, prime example, we're at December 8th kind of thing. Let's say you signed a listing today and the seller is going to tell you it's going to be ready on the 20th. Well, you really want to list on the 20th? You wait until the new year? Like, what do you do? Perfect, coming soon. You know, go again, Broker Pocket, put it up there. I should say that feature's not launched yet. We're still perfecting all the fields and making sure, you know, it's compliant, making sure it's standardized, which is a big thing sort of on our platform as we move from region to region. But eventually it's going to be huge because, like I said, every property is a coming soon. And if you're able to get the buyer either from the listing side or from the thing, and you know, you can come to a happy price where both sides are happy, both sides feel like they got something, you know, that's more certain, I would say. I don't want to say it's necessarily better, but certain. That's what you'll be buying, certain with coming soon. It's a win-win situation. If worst comes to worst, just remove the coming soon listing. There is no history of it, there's nothing, and put it on MLS, right? So it ends up working out pretty well.
What is the cost to be added to the platform? What is the cost to do business with Broker Pocket?
Yeah, so it's absolutely free. We're not charging anything to join. Individual agents to join. You don't need you know, your brokers doesn't need to sign up. You can just go sign up. Like I said, Ontario just requires your RICO license, and Broker Pocket will always have a free version of the platform available for agents, similar like a Kijiji model or a Facebook model. You don't pay to join those platforms. You don't pay to join Broker Pocket.
Amazing. So that's huge. But I do anticipate, so just like Kijiji, just like any other platform, obviously it's free to use, free to browse, free to do. At some point, we can expect to have added value by being able to feature or make something urgent and pay for that. Will we have the ability to do that if I want to spend some money on promoting it further?
Absolutely. Like, you know, we are a for-profit company eventually. At the moment, we're just where our main two sort of focus is providing value to the real estate community
Of course.
By sort of, you know, building this platform, and sort of B is sort of building the audience. That's what we care about right now. Like our focus is how do we get the attention? How do we get
Adoption.
You know, adoption? How do we amalgamate everything out there into one platform? Eventually, we will have stuff like, you know, premium features where your listings appear at the top of search results, or you might have, you know, you pay extra money to get more pictures, or
Yeah,
you know,
because we want to have
services.
we want to have the ability. So if I have a client who says I would sell if I got the right money, I'm not spending money on that one, but I'll put it out there.
Absolutely.
But if I get somebody who said I need to sell by December 15th and it's December 8th, I want to be able to spend some money, get it across every single eyeball that I can at my own expense for my own profit.
Absolutely, and to that point, a lot of people, what they do, what we're finding through the sort of analytical data in the background, what's happening is they're using Broker Pocket as a price testing tool, which is really interesting. Sometimes you're stumbled, you know, on a unique property where you know you do a CMA, 3 experienced agents, 10 years in the industry, 20 years in the industry each. They come up with way different values, and it's not to say agent one is wrong, agent two is right. It's just that the property is so unique and the values that the eyes of the beholder, so to speak. So Broker Pocket allows you to sort of throw it on there, and let's say you don't even intend to sell on Broker Pocket because maybe it's a very unique property. The audience might not be there, or if it sells itself, but you've kind of based it on the feedback. What kind of feedback you're getting, and then you know you can terminate the listing and throw it up right on MLS right after. So it's definitely interesting to see how different agents are using the platform.
Well, that's pretty incredible. Mr. Eric Skicky, I want to thank you so much for bringing this here. I want to do a small piece to remind everybody what this opportunity really is. And I'm going to get to that. And then I want to give you kind of the last mic to give me anything that you may think you have missed for this platform. I find it very exciting, and I'll tell you why. And then we'll close off with a huge push for everybody to get over this amazing Wednesday and have a strong week. So I'm going to take a quick second here and remind everyone what this actual interview is. So Broker Pocket, like technologies before and technologies that are still yet to be born, represents an opportunity. The opportunity here is for any agent to be able to add a vertical or increase their deal count with a choice of hard work. There is nothing on this planet that's easy. There is no platform that's going to change your life. Broker Pocket is a tremendous value to me as an agent. Why? Because I meddle with a lot of assignments. I'm also a commercial broker by trade. What I can do is I can go to one place where, if this is adopted by our brothers and sisters in a great way, is going to create a central platform for me to bring my assignment listings online to shop others, which means my investors can go shopping for assignments that are about to close and create a delta in equity, meaning we know that guy bought it for $800 a foot. He's asking 1,100. If we can do a deal at 900, he's getting his value add as a seller, and we're getting our value add as a buyer. We're buying it with baked in equity. We know the appraisal will come in. As a seller for assignments, I can do the same. If I don't have any business on the go right now, and I'm a commercial broker, and I go somewhere where there's pocket listings and exclusives, what does it take to put a deal together? It takes access to inventory and belly-to-belly communication, meaning get the heck on the phone, go meet your client, take them to the platform, take a look at an array of inventory, and put deals together. We are professional negotiators. We are professional deal makers. Let's start acting like it, meaning take the reins, take control of your business, and use platforms such as this to add that extra 5, 6, 10, 20 deals a year. If you're in the GTA, that can equate anywhere from $50, $100, $200,000 a year using a tool that you never even knew about before today. That is the opportunity that I want to be able to bring to the market and to bring to my brothers and sisters. This is why Brokers Playbook exists. It is to feature innovators. It is to feature leaders, people who are looking to build a business like Eric that is founded upon bringing value to the industry. If you don't use it and succeed, he will not succeed in turn. If you use it and add $250,000 a year to your bottom line, his platform will be flourishing. Understand the point of this exercise. I hope today brought you value for me. It did, and I'm happy to feature Eric on the show, and we're going to be definitely coming back to it. But Eric, I want you to give us the closing words. I just really wanted to hit home why we're here, why I wanted you to come on the platform and feature this wonderful product that you're coming up with.
Simon, thank you. I think I couldn't have said it any better than you said it right there. But very briefly, I'll say this much. By joining Broker Pocket, you stand to gain everything and lose nothing. Literally, there's no cost, there's no downside, there's absolutely nothing. I mean, from the people that we're calling, because right now the growth is obviously organic, and we have sort of one outreach coordinator. We don't even have really a sales team yet. So we don't have nothing really. So it's going it's going okay. We're 1,200 agents, and it is quite a bit astonishing number how fast we got there. But 80% of the people we're calling, they're joining, right? And it's not a matter, I believe, of if you're going to join. It's a matter of when. I deep down believe, because if you don't, you're going to be up against agents who have a competitive advantage against you. It's as simple as that.
100%.
Like literally yesterday we got off a call. One of the agents called me, or one of my staff, I should say, and was asking, can you put something together for us so we can use it in our listing presentation? When I go sign an MLS listing, I want to talk about Broker Pocket before I talk about things, so I can win the listing. So I can win the listing over another agent. I'm like, really? Wow. And my answer was, as much as I love I just don't have the resources. Like, everybody in the company is deployed on the platform itself, and we'll love to do that. And eventually we'll do something for agents where they can use it in their listing presentation, because our value, our sort of mission is to get you more deals as an agent. It's as simple as that. We don't benefit from any transaction, but what we do benefit is that if you do put up listings on here, or you go looking for listings here, if a transaction happens or you discover something of value, you're going to come back. And if you're going to come back, you're going to tell your friends about it, and it turns into sort of a viral effect where we build an online community. We really believe we're doing something great for the real estate industry. We really believe it's something that should have been done a long time ago. And we really believe it's a win-win situation all around. So in the long term, I hope, I do believe everybody's going to be on it. It's just a matter of time. I implore you to be an early adopter, to call yourself, I was one of the first few to join, like yourself, jump right in it. Me and you connected first on the phone within a minute, 30 seconds, you interrupted me. Like, I get it 100%. Don't even tell me more. I know exactly what you're doing. It totally makes sense. And I'm very grateful for people like yourself who see, not what real estate is today, but where it's going to be in 6 months, 6 years from now, because those are the people that win in the long term. And those are the people that stay in the industry for decades.
And that's just it. And all we're doing here is begging everyone literally to think about their business in a more serious light, maybe to think about their business as a business, not be stuck in the weeds of it, put strategies and put the right tools in their tool belt for them to be able to be scalable, to be taken seriously, and to add value. Again, I want to thank Eric for his time, and I want to thank every single one of you for taking the 26 minutes, 20 seconds to be with us. We hope we brought you value. As always, Brokers Playbook, myself, Eric, and the entire team here wishes you a strong week ahead. It is December. Remember that we still have at least a couple weeks of hard work ahead of us. The thoroughbreds always come through at the end. This is your chance to make 2021 the year that you wanted it to be. And of course, set the seed for a banging year next year. Until next time, we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Simon. Have a good one.